going on? Today is November the 2nd. I am 5 weeks out now from the Ben Weider. So as you guys know, I did qualify for the Ben Weider show 2 weeks ago now. Wow. Took a little bit of time off, did not pack on too much. I'm gonna do back today. I'll take you guys with me, so I'll show you guys kind of what my stack is for my pre-workout. So I don't drink my pre with water, I drink my pre with soda water. So this is bubbly, all natural, there's no like sugar or anything in there. It's just sparkling water with a little bit of flavor. Been using a lot of the Swole Red X Lab. This is the sour cherry flavor. I also have the mango flavor, so I take half a scoop of that because a full scoop is about 400 milligrams of caffeine. And then I will throw in the juice pump intensifier as well, also by Red X Lab. Pop that, and in it goes. Swirl instead. It snowed a lot earlier, so hopefully it's not gonna be too cold. I do have the heater on in the gym, so let's go and get it. Welcome to Mikasa. If you haven't been on the channel before, my name is Phil. This is my gym, Philesthetics.
I'm losing myself tonight. Losing myself, I'm losing myself tonight. With your love, with your love, I'm losing myself, I'm losing myself.
So, welcome to my gym. I built this into my garage, so obviously I can't park my cars in here now, but it was well worth it while we shut down all the gyms and restaurants, etc. because of COVID-19. I know some gyms in some parts of the province are allowing people back into their gyms, but not where I live. So I'm glad I have this gym. I know a lot of people are not as fortunate as I am to have a place to work out. So I do try to offer as many closer friends to come over and work out as possible. But again, keeping this my kind of sanctuary as I prep for all of my shows. So as you guys know, if you guys haven't watched it yet, 2 weeks ago, I did the Covert Naturals that took place here in Ontario. I won that show. And then, so I qualified now to do the Ben Weider, which takes place in 5 weeks, December the 5th. Was very undecided, but knowing the person that I am, I just, hate to back down from a challenge. So I signed up when I had one of those moments of motivation. I'll talk to you guys while I warm up, but I did purchase one of those critiquing videos from the NPC CPA website that allows a head judge or a judge to critique one of your previous shows you just did. So obviously I did the one for Coburg. I already knew and suspected that my back was the weakest point of why I didn't win the overall. Buying that video just kind of confirmed that. He said the structure was great, everything was great, just need to put more size on the back to be more competitive in the next competition. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I've been doing a lot more heavy, not deadlift, but rack pulls, just to isolate that lower back a little bit, because I tend to have lower back problems when I deadlift too heavy. So I am rack pulling, lots of emphasis, very concentrated, and no crazy bounces like that. Very, very focused on those lat width and depth. And then quoting him, he said the 3E back, so I'm just building a little bit more width and depth to it. So that's what I'm going to be taking you guys through today. It's going to be my wide back workout. So before starting any heavy sets or movements, I like to always start off with some push-ups, or sorry, pull-ups as warm-up. So I'm gonna probably do about 4 sets of 10, 15, 12, probably get around 50 reps in, just to kind of warm up the lats. And again, I like to alternate a little bit just to mix up the grip. And then notice all my grips for all of the back day workouts are going to be overhand grips where the thumb wraps around the bar and very concentrated on the pinkies. The workouts today, and generally most back workouts, you should be concentrating on these 3 fingers versus these 2 fingers, as these isolate your biceps and it helps you concentrate a little bit more on your lats movements. Pointing guns. Okay, so for my first main exercise, it's going to be the rack pull. I've stacked about 2 more 25 plates on my foot. I don't know if you can see that, but it's about this much higher off the ground. I am doing this because my safeties don't go as low as I want them to. This gives me a little bit more height in terms of bringing it to my knees. So I can show you right now. So I'm standing up on my knee level. Usually deadlifts come up from the floor, actually about halfway through your shins with the plate on. But with this, I isolate to lower back a little bit. And when I pull for this movement, hopefully you guys can see, but it's gonna be a wider grip for me. It's about a little bit more than shoulder width apart, just to get the lat spread. And then when I pull up from the bar, my butt's gonna be sticking out, back's gonna be straight, and then my lats are gonna be super engaged, right? So I'm doing technically like a lat spread. So I have a lat spread here, and when I pull up, when I'm standing on the platform, I'm gonna be pulling up and leaning back with my lats to engage my lats, and then bring them back down. Okay? So from here, a little bit wider, boom, boom. So there's no weights on here right now, just kind of to show you guys the form. Versus a grip like this, where I can't engage my lats as much, right? Right here, it's too straight. So I like putting it all the way up here, a little bit closer is fine as well, as long as I can get a good lat spread there. With 2 plates on the bar, I can try to show you guys what the movement and the exercise is supposed to look like with some decent weight on there, right? So again, I know this is not super heavy, but the point of opening up the bar a little, or your grip a little bit more, kind of gives you that emphasis, and what you really want to focus on is your lat, right? So really have that mind muscle connection when you're pulling up with this rack pull movement versus, you know, just kind of lifting it up and then throwing your back out. So again, I'm going to go do my grip, wider grip, set it up, butt out. And each time you want to kind of breathe in to keep your body tight, right? So and notice I'm not dropping the bar super quick. Trying to give myself that negative, because that's half of the workout, right? So don't just drop the bar. A, it damages your equipment, and B, it's a second part of that workout a lot of people miss out on, so don't drop the bar. Second main exercise, it's going to be the handy dandy lat pull down. I know some people like to go super wide for the lat pull down. I like to go a neutral grip, where it's not too wide and not too narrow. I still feel it a lot in my lats. I'll talk this way so you guys can hear it. I still feel a lot in my lats. I feel like when I pull too wide, I can't get the contraction I want. So if I'm pulling from here, I can only pull it so low because it's so wide. versus if I get a little bit closer, then I can get a better contraction because I can pull it lower to myself. When doing this movement, same as the last, very concentrated on the last, so your pinky all the way to your middle finger is where your pressure should be placed for the bar. That gets the bicep out of the equation, and it really targets those lats when you're pulling towards your body, right? And pick a weight where you're not pulling and then releasing super quick. Hold for a second and then slow release and get that mind muscle connection, right? So from here, again, point your guns out. I'll face this way first just to show you guys. So it's a super comfortable weight. Guns out, pull. It doesn't have to come all the way down to your chin or below your chin to your chest, but right below your chin should be good. Hold, really slow. Don't do one of these things here. So that's not gonna work, you're just gonna hurt yourself. So, pull. For our third movement, as you can see, we're alternating between more of a rowing, heavier movement, and then a lat movement. So I'm really concentrating on the width and depth ratio. So trying to alternate between the two. So the third workout that the third exercise we're going to be doing is a barbell row. Again, overhand grip, where the thumb comes over the bar, not under the bar. Isolate the bicep again. Choosing a more wider grip versus a more neutral grip in here, just so I can build the upper back a little bit more. So one hand on this side, the other on this side. Again, I have the platform raised. So for barbell row, I'm gonna bring it towards the lower part of my chest without kind of, trying to bring my back up all the time. I'm not gonna try to stand as straight as possible. I'm gonna keep my back as parallel to the ground as possible to get that rowing movement, right? So here it goes. No joke. It's hard. And filming makes me a little bit more conscious of what I have to do. Who is it? Open sesame.
Hello. What are you doing?
Back. Okay, so for this next movement, switching back to the lat, so I changed up the handle here to get a reverse grip lat pull down with a little bit tighter grip. Again, really not using the thumb and the index finger. Slow release. Pull, hold. Slow release, let the lats pull. Contract again. Okay, so for this last movement, it's still gonna be a row, but a very lat concentrated row. It's gonna be dumbbell, where I'm gonna be at the rack, and then I'm gonna be overhand gripping again, and then not gonna pull super high, not gonna pull super low, but mid here, section right here to get that lower lat. So. Keep your elbows nice and tight to your body. And we're not swinging, right? We're not going like this. This is not doing anything. Right here. Right there. moving on to arms. I'm gonna start off with super close dumbbells. I'm gonna be touching the dumbbells and then bend it over a little bit just to get that ISO. So we're not swinging, we're not putting against our body. We're gonna be here. We're gonna bend over like we're doing a row, and then we're gonna curl. And each time we curl, we're gonna pull our wrists towards ourselves in supination. So just with 20s. Touch. 1. So the next bicep movement after those close grip row are curls. It's gonna be alternating hammers. So for a bicep finisher, we're gonna do something a little bit different. I like to call around the world with biceps. So we're gonna go in to out and back in. When we go outwards, we're gonna do a flat curl. And when we come back in, we're gonna do a hammer curl. So I'll show you. Start as close as you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we switch over to the hammers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Myself with your love.